Okay. Before you blow, let me blow. What did you
Why?
answer? All right, go on. Go on. It's all about you.
A beautiful wife, loving mother, caring mother. I have brand, Balo itself is a whole brand.
Okay.
I have a fashion brand. I do makeup professionally. And again, all of this, the umbrella of it is just what I do with my gospel aspect of things. And that's why I focus on basically, that's what the name is being, resonated with.
Okay.
But there is a whole lot of layers to Tolo Balo.
All right. So someone that is, maybe I should just even say it now. There's a lady who came on this show. She lives in Belgium. Her name is Unique Grace. I always say this to everybody that I've brought on this show, that Unique Grace came on this show and she was trying to intimidate me, saying I'm a full-time mom. I was like, really? I'm a full-time dad. So when you started your story, I was like, maybe you're gonna say you're a full-time mom. I was like, okay, well done, full-time mom. So before you say I'm a full-time dad, and by the way, Unique Grace is also gonna be on this show next week, Wednesday. So people, you can look out for Unique Grace again, because she just released a track. I'm not going to mention it now because it's all about Balo now. So that I won't be using Balo to announce Unique Grace, but just for people to watch out for Unique Grace on African Praise again next week, Wednesday. All right. So how did you find yourself into being a gospel musician? Because you said Balo is a brand on its own. You go fashion, you go what do you call this now? Makeup.
Yeah, I do makeup professionally as well.
Okay, so how did you find yourself, or is it just you started with gospel musician? I mean, being a gospel artist, and along the line, all those other brands came in. How did everything start?
To be honest, if I'm gonna go, this is the purpose of the interview anyway.
Obviously, yeah.
So I've always sang, all my life. My dad has a church, so I started singing when I was 7, really. But it wasn't taken as a professional or as a professional job until my first album, which was last year, July. So in that space of less than a year, really, I think, again, it's just to do with timing. When is your time? God will speed things up and it will seem like a lie. The vision of actually taking that step to have my album didn't happen until I lost my mom. So this story is incomplete without mentioning her. So I lost my mom June 2020, and I knew one of our biggest thing that she would want me to do was to, she's always asked me, would you not do an album? You're always hiding under this church, you would minister in church. I'll just put like little clips on my WhatsApp. And those were the things she would look forward to me sending to her in Nigeria every Sunday for her to know, okay, yes, I've been to church today. And when I just lost her, anyone that knows me would know the kind of relationship I have with my mom. So it was more of, now, girl, you gotta leave. If she's this loving, everyone is saying, just good things about her, then why did she die? If that makes sense, like, why did she die? So you gotta start leaving. Yes, you're gonna make mommy proud, but yes, you have to do what God has called you to do. There's a larger audience out there. There's a bigger crowd out there that would like to, be blessed by this grace, I call it, that I carry. So I wouldn't sit here and brag like, yes, I've been doing this. No, it hasn't. It just literally started as a job. Last year, July, I launched my album on the 10th of July, which is Toluwalope. And the help I've received, and people will say, some that have known me all my life didn't even know I sang. So when they hear it, they're like stunned to be like, what? Where's that coming out from? So that's basically it. And I'm just so grateful. Last year, I think I took about 6 trips to Nigeria to go and minister. Wow. Just from then. And when
please, when next are you going?
Most likely very soon, because I just go back like 2 weeks ago.
Please, can you take me along?
Yes, please. We can do that.
All right. I wait. All expenses paid, yeah?
Well, that's how it's been for me. So if you're coming out, suppose they will do the same for you.
Oh,
You know?
please take me along now. All expenses paid, 5-star hotel. All right, go on, go on, go on. I'm listening.
So basically, that's it. And when I say this to people, it looks like a lie. It sounds like a lie. And a typical example of how God has modeled my journey is meeting you, Mr. Soji. You know, look at how that happened. I just showed up
Mm-hmm.
in a church. You've not even heard me sing, you know, and then you're like, okay, let's do this, because you've gone off from the word of, you know, your colleague.
Yeah.
So that's just a typical example. People will just call me, oh, they want to do this. Are you available to travel? And I'm like, who are you calling to do this? And that's it, really. I can't really expatiate enough on how God has just been so good. And even I ask myself, God, why now? You know, why now? And I just keep hearing, you know, just rely totally on me. Work the walk, let me do the job. So that's it. I'll just
Wow.
stop there. Thank you.
All right. So since you started this career of your musical career, how have you been prioritizing your work? You know, with family, with other brands that you have, how have you been managing them together?
If you're gonna go by the biblical way, what did God say? He said, do mine first.
Mm.
And every other thing, you know, seek the kingdom of God first, and every other thing shall be added unto, you know, unto it. I don't know word for word, but I know I know that part of the Bible. So my